Hello, Be Light family. Listen, I am elated because I have somebody that we all love. She came on the scene like boom, boom, pow, and instantly became one of the funniest people on this here people's internet. Every time I watch her post, it's like I'm watching a full-blown comedy skit. Like seriously, SNL mixed in with your favorite cousin. And she tells you exactly like what it is. And you all know I have my own sense of cornball humor, but she is everything I wish I could deliver. Like the facial expressions, the timing, the metaphors, the storytelling, all of it. So today, in the virtual Be Like Studios, we have a treat, a gem, a runner, a mother, a creative, a comic icon in the timeline space. Everybody help me welcome the one and only in my running Erica Kennedy.
Wow, that was an introduction.
Woo!
Shoot.
You
And
like
this is my first podcast. So, after this, I feel like if they're not introducing like this,
you don't want it.
I don't want it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're here. I came across I think it was on Instagram
Yeah.
and it was just a breath of fresh air. It was hilarious. You were like, "Hey, I'm gonna yap and we're gonna."
Yeah, I'm just going to talk and yap. Yeah. These are like all the thoughts that are in my head when I'm just running and not yapping. I'm like, I wonder if other people think this. So I'm going to just give it a try and see. And then I was like, oh, they do. So now I know.
About it except
Yeah.
you.
I've got my niche and I know what it is. So I'm just going to stick with it.
Take us back to the beginning. I know you said on Instagram that you've always been a runner.
Yeah, I've been a runner for a while. I wouldn't say always. So, like in high school and stuff like that, I was not, I didn't do any sports or anything in high school. I started running when I was about 26, I would say. Yeah, so that's when I started. My first Instagram post actually was about why I started. It was actually a little bit of a trigger warning, but I was in an abusive relationship. And I started running because it got me out of the house and it got me out of a lot of altercations. And so I realized like if I can really build up my stamina, I can be gone for like hours at a time.
Mm.
And so that was kind of what my motivation was at first. And then I just ended up falling in love with it. And once I left that relationship, like I still kept running in my life. So it started out from a bad place, but now it's a good place.
I think a lot of us runners start off there. I know when
Yeah.
I started during COVID. And before that, I had somebody who in my family had run marathons, and I thought, man, that's really cool. I would never be
Hmm.
able to do that.
Right.
And then when I would have arguments with my husband, I would go, let me get out of the house. And I just needed to be outside. And so I would go
Hmm.
outside. And at the time I was like 20 something and I would try to run and I was like, this is ridiculous. Why am I doing this? But I realized though, even though I was not good at it, that it was something about running that welcomed me when I felt down.
Hmm.
I love
Yeah.
what you said in your post. You said that no matter where you went, you cycled, you did this sport, you did that, but you always came back, like running was like right there for you.
Yeah, always. Like I always like I'll do other things. Like I have a Peloton, which I love my Peloton. That was my jam when it was everyone's jam, in 2020. And loved it. And I still love it. I still hop on it every once in a while. We've got a full gym in our basement. I'll be down there lifting weights, but I'm always like,
Peloton looking at you like,
yeah, like girl.
tell us about this experience of being on social media, going from nobody really knowing who you are until now everybody's like, who is this girl?
It's crazy. Like this isn't my first time having success on social media. Uh In 2017 or 2018, I started an online boutique. So I have my full-time job, but I started this online boutique. It was always something I wanted to do. And I was able to grow that community in a Facebook group to about 4,000 women, which I think
Nice.
is a lot
It
for
is.
an online boutique. Ran that until this year. It was just too much. Like
Mhm.
I've got 3 children, a husband, a job. Like it was just a lot. So I ended up closing that boutique. Actually, I'll be completely done with it next month. So then back in 2020, when everyone was bored and buying Pelotons, we were also hopping on TikTok. And so I got on TikTok. I was first just a scroller, and then I posted some videos, and then they started taking off, and it just blew up. I think I have like 36,000 followers on TikTok, but people on TikTok are mean. Rude? Oh my, I started getting depressed. So I completely abandoned the page. The page has been abandoned. I do nothing with it. I
So
go and check it.
I follow you, but this must be a new page.
So I have a random page that's
Okay.
just full of nonsense. And then I have a running TikTok page that does nothing. Like the same
That's
videos
the
are
one.
on Instagram. And I'm like, no one cares over here. So I'm like, why did I go back to TikTok? I knew TikTok wasn't nothing. Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Just stick with Instagram where you know what
Right.
Instagram is like. So I'm kind of abandoned that page. I've been trying to get rid of them, and TikTok is like, sorry, we can't get rid of this page. You need to contact headquarters or whatever. So I have these two rogue pages that I don't want anymore. But yes. So anyway, I grew that page, completely abandoned it. And then this page started because I felt like everyone on my normal Instagram, so I guess my personal page,
Mhm.
I felt like they were so tired of hearing me talk about running. You know, it's like I post a lot of stuff on my personal page, but I just felt like people are so tired of just went on run. So a lot of my friends that I have around here, they're cyclists, runners, weightlifters. They all have separate pages for
Okay.
their stuff. So I'm like, you
Okay.
know what? I'm just going to start a separate page. I'll follow all my girlfriends. I'm sure my mom and her sisters will follow me. My husband don't even follow me. He doesn't even have an Instagram. So I'm like, this will just be for the girls. You know, we're just gonna do it for the girls. And I posted like the first few videos, and I'm like, this is not what I expected. Why are there so many people coming to, And then I started posting more, and it just blew up out of nowhere. It was not what I intended. This was just supposed to be my own little page to stop annoying people on my personal page.
But you know
So,
people are watching
Mhm.
still. Your
Yeah,
friends and your
yeah,
college
they
roommates,
are.
they are
Yeah,
watching. They may feel like, "Oh, wow, there she goes again, talking
yeah.
about running." But they're really inspired.
Yeah. Yeah, this was not at all what I thought it was gonna be, but once I saw it, I was like, "Well, I may as well just run with it, I guess."
So how did you? Because there's a lot of people, including myself, they're like, "Okay, I have been on in these streets for 3 years, how many ever years, and nothing seems to be sticking. What is there a secret sauce? Is it just being you, or do you
I don't
follow a
know.
system?"
I don't.
Okay.
I literally seat in my pants. I might come up with, like, something I wanna run and yap about. I might throw it in my notes app and just be like, "Oh, this could be a subject I don't have a script. I literally am just out there running, and whatever comes to my mind, I say it, I go into CapCut, make it shorter, and post it. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. I literally and people inbox me all the time, like, "What's the sauce?
Are you a
What is it?"
comedian? Like, what is your job?
No! No, no, absolutely not. Like, seriously. And like I said, people message me, "What? Tell me how to do this." I'm like, "I don't know. I don't even know how this is happening." Like, I really don't.
Mm, it's just
Trust me, if I could come up with some kind of book and be like, "Hey, for $55, I can tell you how to
have
grow
you
your
always
Instagram
been
account."
fun and playful though, like,
Yeah,
growing up? Okay.
yeah. Yeah, definitely in my household, my out of my parents, my mom definitely has the exact same, sense of humor as me, so I know that I get it from her, and her dad had the same exact sense of humor, so it's definitely just, being around these people that just have a comedic timing, which I think theirs was way better than mine,
I watched
but
the video with you and your parents,
and my
and
parents
it was
wasn't that
hilarious.
so
It was so
funny?
I was like, slide on Skechers, Dad?"
Skechers.
But listen, I have a friend, he runs ultras, and he's like, "I don't get all into the shoes." He goes, "I wear my Skechers." And I said,
For an ultra?
For road races, for ultras?" I said, I'm not gonna say nothing. Listen, if it works for you." This man swears,
Buy
and I
Skechers.
I think it's a certain kind, though, and it may have been back
Well,
in the day.
have you seen that the influencers are getting them now? And they're like the slide on, but they're real cushy. Have you
Oh,
seen them?
mm-mm.
They must have reached out to all the influencers for an ad because I've been seeing a lot of the bigger pages
It's
posting
because of
them.
yours?
And I'm not gonna tell my dad because I told him, "You need better shoes." If he knew that Skechers was taking off like this on Instagram, he'd be like, "I told you. I don't need to buy no $200 shoes."
He's got something there.
Yeah, so I ain't telling him. I
Oh,
am not telling him.
wow. That's really cool. Are you a mom?
I am. I have 3 children.
Wow.
So my oldest son, which no one ever believes, he's almost 21.
Wow.
So yeah, he's in college right now. So he's a junior at Illinois State University.
Conroe, that's my alma mater.
No,
Yes, me and my husband graduated from
stop it.
ISU. Redbirds, go Redbirds.
Yes. Oh my that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a junior at
Oh.
ISU. I will be blessed and highly favored when we're done paying that bill. And then my other 2, my middle child is 8 and my daughter is 4, my youngest.
Oh,
So I have 2
wow.
boys and 1 girl. Yeah.
I have 3 boys. I have one that is in medical school.
Wow.
He's 27.
Okay.
I have a 24. He's working and dating, and then I have a
Okay.
9-year-old.
Oh, you're like me.
My husband trapped me. I don't know about yours, but I definitely felt like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, "You're not going anywhere."
Yeah, I definitely got caught up. It's so my oldest son, I was married twice. So my oldest son is from my first marriage. When I met my now husband, we were dating and everything is perfect and we're so in love. He's like, "Oh, all I've ever wanted was to be a dad." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm down with that, whatever." And then once we got married, I'm like, "Wait a minute.
Wait,
I don't
wait.
want to do this. I
Yeah,
don't want to have a baby.
yeah.
I don't want to have 2 babies." He's like, "Don't you remember when we were dating?
I
You
did?
said."
Mm.
Yeah. So here
Wow.
we are. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think for me, and like you were saying, you don't wanna have 2 babies. For me, it was, how can I love something more than I love this one?
Mhm.
And then the
Right.
second one came, and I was like, "Oh, I can." But the third one, I really was done. I was like, "We are
Yeah.
out here." I was getting ready. I was losing weight. I
Yes.
was like, "Yes, it's mommy time." I said, "Who did this? God?" And then I got 3
Yes.
boys.
Did you want a girl or you don't care?
I
You
did
did,
want a
yeah.
girl, and I said, "Alright, great." So but now I'm happy because girls, I hear, are a little bit,
Or a trip.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
pricey too.
Consider yourself, saved from that. Yeah.
Let's talk about this hair, this black girl hair thing that you
Yes.
mentioned.
Yes.
I'm a black girl, and this literally is because I cut my hair clean
I
off
love it.
because of the issues of what are we doing with our
What
hair?
are we doing? What are we doing?
I used to have long hair when I lived in Arizona when there's no humidity. And when I moved to Atlanta, I was like, this is not happening. So we're going to wear wash and goes. Well,
Mhm.
even with the wash and goes, it's still just here. I'm running and
Mhm.
it's just a big ball of afro. And so I was like, this is pigtails. Let me just put them. I'm 40 something years old. Why am I wearing pigtails? Finally, I got convinced. Girl, just get locks. Just do the locks. Okay. So I got locks.
Oh, see, I haven't been convinced
Oh,
yet.
I got them, and I wasn't sliding down the wall like in the Tony Braxton video. But my hair was long enough, but it's still, I was like, "Oh, this looks great on you guys that have 5 years,
Yes. Oh my
10-year
gosh, and
locks."
they're so long and
Yeah,
they're just flowing, but I'm like,
we're not
I am not trying no.
we're not doing
Looking like old dirty bastard in the beginning. I do not wanna do that. I do not wanna go to work
no, no.
looking like Julio.
I kept him for 8 months. I kept him, and what happened with my hair is kind of fine, and it didn't lock. It just kept every time I
Yeah,
would go every 6 weeks, the lady would go, "Oh, you just got locks?" I said, "No, girl, I had them 6
had
months."
these forever, right.
So I was like, "Oh, you know what? Let me just stop because 'cause I'm trying to fit in what works for other people. What works for me? Maybe I should cut it again." People are like, "Oh, no, no, your hair is so pretty and so pretty." And I was like, "You know what? I'm going through the changes. We're cutting it off."
Mhm.
And it's been probably about 7, 8 months. Every week, cut come on.
Do you do it
Hair
yourself?
no,
Oh, okay.
I go
It looks great. I love it.
thank you. Yeah, but,
But you have a head shape for it. I have a big head. I can't do this.
I don't know about that.
Uh
I don't know.
So for me, locks is completely out. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah.
Every person that I know that has locks is literally depressed the first I don't even know how long. And I'm looking at them like, you're trying to convince me of this, but you literally need
Get
to
to
be in
go.
a mental institution for the first year because of like your hair. And Black women, our hair is our identity. As much as we try not to make it,
Mhm.
it
It
is.
is.
And you can't help it because you go out into the world and they make it your
Right.
identity,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
yeah, so it for me, lace front wigs, that's my jam.
You running
I
them?
Huh?
You running them?
No.
Oh, it's like,
No.
how?
Oh my god, no. So, like, my issue with that reel that I did is that I don't really care how my hair looks when I'm running,
Okay.
literally. I jump up out the bed, sometimes I don't even do my hair, I just go out running, I don't care. But my thing is I wanted something that wouldn't interfere with my running, but when I'm out trying to be a baddie,
Yeah.
what can I do? A sew-in It's not gonna work,
No,
especially not in the summer.
no.
Because, you know, you got your hair braided down, you're sweating. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, so that's not it. So I took the sew-in out this summer. I'm definitely not gonna wear a wig when I'm running. I definitely don't want locks. Braids, edges gone. I don't
Yeah,
know what it
no.
is with me and braids and edges. It ain't working. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a good lace front wig to slap on my head when I'm out here trying to be like,
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I did. I got one from the company Love Me. Got like a little 24-inch baddie body wave.
Put it on.
And I love it. And the Love Me wigs are very easy. It's like I'm not a wig
Yeah,
connoisseur. I don't know how to lay baby hairs and all that stuff.
no.
Literally slap it on my head. Hardly everyone thinks I have a sew-in. So I'm like, this is perfect.
Mhm.
So when I'm out, wig, every other time, maybe a phony pony or just my regular hair.
I love it.
Yeah, that's my solution.
That ladies, that's the solution.
That's the solution. So now I can sweat and do whatever, go home, wash my hair, and then if I need to be a baddie at
Throw
5
it on.
PM, slap on my wig.
Looking at a drawer right now, I have some really cheap wigs that I tried
Yeah,
a long time ago, and I was like, let me try some wigs." The key is getting a good one,
I get a good one. Yeah,
'cause I was out
yeah.
here looking like Elmo. It's like, "This
And
is."
I don't know if like the Love Me is the top tier quality. Probably not, but for as little as I'm wearing them, I think it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm only wearing it for special
yeah.
occasions, so I'm not wearing it daily.
Oh,
So I think,
it'll do.
it's fine.
It'll do. I really enjoyed one of your posts. You were talking about going to different races and you living in Illinois,
Yeah,
different parts of Illinois where race
yeah,
well, actually all over. I'm in Atlanta and there's
right.
still races that I show up and I'm like, "Oh, it's just me,
It's just me.
black
Yeah,
girl up in here." And sometimes
right.
people in any space, really right now in the environment, people are like, "Why are we talking so much about race?" Because it
Because it
matters.
matters.
Because it matters.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about representation, and you mentioned that you're not mentioning it just because no, there is a certain feeling when you go to
Right.
a race that you have.
Yeah.
Can you talk
Yeah.
a bit about that?
Yeah, I feel like so my husband is white. So, these are things that even like when I bring it to his attention, I realize how people aren't viewing it
Mm,
from our perspective. So when I talk to him about certain places, like we did a trip with his friends from high school, which I love all of his friends from high school, but they chose the Ozarks. And I'm like, okay. So we had a great time, but I'm peeping all this stuff. Like I peeped and someone had a little Nazi flag. Some people had, the Confederate flags. I'm peeping that, but as a white person, they're just like, yay, boats, lake, we're not
uh-huh,
paying attention. And then afterwards I was like, maybe the next time we do that trip with your friends, not the Ozarks. And I brought up like how I felt. And
uh-huh,
he's just like, I feel so bad. Like, why didn't I think about that? But people don't think about it.
right.
They don't know what it feels like to show up and always be the minority.
Mm,
And like you were saying with like the races and stuff, like as a person of color, you're showing up to these spaces and you're not just thinking about the race. You're looking at like, okay, who's here?
mhm,
How many of me are there?
yeah,
How do these people feel about me being here? Are they uncomfortable? Now I feel uncomfortable. Like I feel like as a person of color, we're doing that all the time. I'm constantly surveying that.
yeah,
And I feel like other people just when you're not in the minority,
mm,
you're not having those
yeah,
thoughts.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a older guy who he always wants to call it victim mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, "Sir, walk a
It's
mile
not
in my
that.
shoe."
Yeah. And that's why I wanted to preface that video by saying this isn't me
Mhm,
wanting anyone to feel sorry for me. I
right.
just think we're all in this space together doing this thing that we love, but we're all not experiencing it the same way.
That's true. That's really
Yeah.
good. That's really
Yeah.
good. We have a local race here in Atlanta that started about 8 years ago, and it's called The Race.
Okay.
You are more than I'm not even the, spokesperson for it, but I do this race all the time because it's such a great race.
Is it like a 5K or what's
It's
the
a
distance?
half. It's a half and a
Oh,
5K.
okay.
And it's a big family reunion. It's so we have the weekend of the expo. Everybody comes and shops, black-owned businesses. It is held in an area that typical races aren't held. And then it's a big party. So after the race, everybody's doing house dances and
Mhm.
having a really good time. And it's literally called The Race
I like that.
in the first week of October every year. So yeah.
Ain't nothing makes me happier than seeing a black person running. I don't know why it makes me so happy. 'Cause you don't see it that
You
much.
don't when I started running, I said, I told my mom is 90, and she
Okay.
says, "What are you running from?" But it was so spiritual. It was a really
Yeah.
great question because at first I was like, "What do you mean? Like people out here running, mom, and I'm trying to be healthy and no, 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 no." And then I sat back and I really listened to what the intent and maybe God was having her to ask me that because I was running from at the time my business was failing, my
Mhm.
husband and I weren't getting along, and I was just like, I just need something. And I was
Something,
like,
yeah.
if I can escape, like you said, going out for hours, not dealing with it,
Mhm.
then, okay, I'll be better, and so I dealt with that, went to therapy because running is not therapy, I tell people all
No.
the time, it's not.
Yes.
Y'all need a therapist out here.
Yes. You can do both. Do
You can do
both.
both,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, a lot of us are running from things. A lot of us have traumas, a lot of people
Mhm.
who aren't even in the space of running are dealing with things.
Mhm.
They wanna get into the space. How would you convince or not convince, but, encourage someone who's like, I really do wanna start running, I just don't know how, my knees, my
Yeah.
hips."
I feel like when I first started, I lived like a hop, skip, and a jump from this little lake, and it had a cement path around it. And, I could not run without literally dying. And so I remember there was like evenly spaced light posts around this lake. And I would literally just pick a light post, run to the next, and then walk to, then run to the next, walk to. I literally followed that plan for months where I would be like, oh, I feel like I can maybe run to the second light post and then walk two light posts. And I just kept doing that until eventually I was able to run that whole circle, without stopping. And I think that that's what I love so much about running too, is that you are able to quickly see that you are progressing.
Mhm.
Whether it be like you're able to run longer, or maybe I wasn't so out of breath, or I
Mm,
didn't feel like death after I did that.
yeah.
There's so many little markers that show you that you're improving, and I definitely need that to be motivated. I
Me
don't like to be pushing myself super hard and then being like, I see literally no improvement. And so that's what I think as someone first starting, just picking something tiny.
yeah.
And I think that's the problem with the people who start. You guys are out here trying to be Shakari Richardson and Usain Bolt, and then you wonder why you hate it.
Mhm.
You're out of breath. You got side stitches. Your knees are killing you. And it's like, this is not how we start running.
No,
We got to go slow. We got to walk, run intervals. We got to do tiny, tiny amounts and then build on it. So that's what I would say for starters.
that's good. When I started, I was out here trying to be Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yes.
I was already I think I was in my 40s or maybe quite not in my 40s, and I never was an athlete, never.
Same.
I got kicked off the volleyball team at a Catholic girl high school with 30 people in my class. I was bad. And so I'm out here, I'm seeing everything on Instagram and I'm like, wow,
Hmm.
these people are doing it. Black people, yes, I'm doing it. And I kept running like more times than I need to, like during the week.
Yeah.
Got injured, IT band injury, and then I
Yep.
had somebody from one of the Facebook groups. He says, sit your ass down. And I said,
Yeah. What?
you don't even know me, sir. He goes,
Right.
no, I know. I know you types, like this type.
Yeah.
He says, I've been running for 20 years. Okay. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to go from A to Z. You just
Yes.
started running this year. He goes,
Yeah.
take it slow. Listen to your body. I had a girlfriend just recently the other day. She's starting to run. And I'm watching all the signs, and you can't tell people this because they feel
Mm-mm.
like you hating on me. I'm trying to be out here and really
Right.
trying to. And she was like, "Oh, I woke up. I took some ibuprofen and
Oh,
some
no.
ice, and I'm out here." I
And
said,
you're like, "Girl,
"Please listen to your body. It's
yes, listen
not
to your
lying."
body." No.
Yeah,
And I also feel like two people get discouraged because they feel like they need to have all the things. I need to have the leggings. I need to have the $250 shoes. I need to have the Garmin. I gotta have, and it's like I started out, I literally had none of that. None of that. Like I just put on whatever shoes I had. Like that stuff will come later
yeah.
as you figure it out. So I also feel like for beginners, if you're like, I want to start, but I don't have all the things. You don't need all the things. You
You
don't.
can run in Skechers.
You could. Who knew? Who knew?
But Skechers, no.
I
Listen,
don't want them
we're not
though.
hating on you, but
No. I mean, if they wanna send me them shoes, I give them a try.
try them out.
I give them a try. I
Oh,
saw the
I know.
influencers, I was like, they must have sent out the email at the same time because
Yeah.
everybody I did not get the email, but maybe I
It's
will. I don't
coming.
know.
It's coming.
It's coming.
I want to talk about there was one thing that I laughed so hard because I literally had this conversation with myself. The word niggle. Okay, so I'm typing up some stuff for content, and of course, we use our friend ChatGPT, and it was
Yes.
like, and then I had a niggle, and I said, "Oh,
Oh, no, baby.
niggle?
I
What?"
said, who? They did not consult no black people when they decided to put that in the dictionary. Who did you consult?
Sounds
Nobody.
mighty close.
Yes, a little slip of the tongue could have you beat up on the side of the road.
We're not using that word.
No. Well, that's how I found it. Cause I'm going through an injury right now. So I've
Mhm,
got like my busted up left knee, my jacked up right hip. I'm not running currently more than 3 miles.
mhm.
And so, as runners do, our injury, it becomes our entire life, our entire personality. I lay in bed all night researching. And yeah, I came across this website and they just kept saying niggle, niggle. And I'm like, what? So I was like, I'm going to have to make some content about this. But I find out that it's a word they use over in like Britain
Oh,
or
okay.
something.
Yeah,
So I'm like, oh, that makes sense. They say all kind of crazy things over
they do.
there.
They do.
Uh,
Yeah, so everybody we're not
we're
using
not using that.
we're not
No, we're
using
not. We're not going to use that.
no, no.
Let's try not to. There's way too many other words. Like, just say I've got an injury. That's all we have to say.
Are you doing any fools? I see that maybe
I So I'm contemplating it, but now that my knee and hip, so honestly, I'm not sitting here I'm not a sitting duck. I do have, actually, my physical therapist appointment is next week, so on
okay,
Wednesday. So I get to see them. I'm very excited. This is just like an evaluation to
okay,
figure it out, and then I have a sports medicine doctor appointment in December.
good.
So I feel like once I figure that out,
Yeah, then you'll know.
we will see. I
Good.
do feel like it was my shoes, though.
Mm,
Yeah.
that is the true that is a real thing. I bought some Nike
Vomeros.
Narrows.
Yes.
So cute. Put them on, started running for about maybe a month. The stack on them was just
Yeah.
too much. My back started to bother me, and I'm like, "What's wrong with my back? I've never had
Yeah.
issues with my back." So then I put it in a group, and they're like, "Check your shoes."
Mhm.
Check my
And
shoes.
you're
They
like, "Check
knew. They're
shoes."
new. They're new.
Right.
No, it was my shoes. I stopped
Yeah.
wearing them, and
I
it was just too much.
I feel the same. And you know what? I'm in my 40s, and I feel like before that, I would say even into my mid-30s, I could literally just pick a shoe because I thought it was cute. Run it to the ground, go to the store,
Yeah,
pick another shoe because it's cute.
right.
And now in my 40s, I feel like I have to be more intentional about my shoes.
For sure.
I feel like I can't ask for shoes as a gift anymore
You
because
can't.
that because my husband every Mother's Day he buys me shoes, running shoes, and he just picks like whatever. So I feel like that was my downfall this Mother's Day. He got me, and no hate
Yeah,
on the brand On.
yeah.
He got me some On Clouds, and ever since I put the first day I put them On Clouds on, I'm like, something ain't right, but I
Uh-huh.
kept running it.
Right. Yep.
Now look at me,
Yeah.
out of commission.
Yeah, you gotta find the right shoe for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, yeah, and
Brands
I
are
feel like I
great.
have new different shoes now, and I feel like I'm better. I
Yeah.
feel like I still have the pain and stuff, but I'm like, "Wait a minute,
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling better now."
Yeah. So this may have
So,
contributed to the
yeah,
injury. And it's
yeah,
good that you're going to a PT and you said a
horse med.
sports med because
Yeah.
people don't go to your primary care doctor. Please
No,
don't do that.
no.
Because what they're gonna tell you is, "Stop running."
They will tell you to stop running. Absolutely.
You will be depressed.
Yes,
Don't
they
do
will just stop running until it doesn't hurt anymore, and it's
that.
like,
You didn't address
no.
anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Take some Tylenol and stop running.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, no,
yeah,
we're not doing that.
yeah.
I saw not a nan one of my normal doctor. I did not call her. She did not see me.
I had a IT band injury. I didn't know it was an IT band injury. It was my knee, and I was
Mhm.
like, "What is wrong?" I ended up having to go on YouTube to figure out, "Oh, this is an IT band injury." Because
Mhm.
knew, I'm like, "It's my knee. It's true."
Yeah,
No, it's never your knee. It's your hip,
never.
it's your
It's
IT
always
band,
something else,
something else.
which is shocking me. This is like my first for real like injury, and I am just so shocked. It's like, well, if this is hurting,
Uh,
it's not that. It's
nope,
usually this.
it's
Yeah.
right. Them hips. We need
Your
to get
hips.
them hips
Weak hips. Weak hips. Who would have thought?
all these children we didn't birth.
Right. And that is actually the reason why they're weak.
Yeah.
They didn't got them all loosey goosey. to bring their old big heads into the world. Like every time I look at them, I'm like, you know what? I could be out here running in whatever shoe I think is cute, like I was in my 30s,
Mm,
but here we are
here we are.
because of y'all.
Once you go and get your we're gonna say they're gonna say, "Oh, you just gotta do this, you gotta work on your hips, you gotta do what."
Hmm.
Do you have your sights set on a particular
On a particular like
race?
marathon.
Uh-huh.
So there's one here in town. It's the Christie Clinic Marathon. It's
Okay,
a big one.
okay,
It's a not that I'm trying to, but it's a Boston qualifier. So
okay,
it brings a lot of people
okay.
in and they love this race because it's fast and it's flat. So if you're trying to BQ, this is the best place to go because you're probably going to get it. I usually either run the half or the 10K every year. I wanted to do the full
Mhm.
because it's here at home. In my mind, I'm like running my first full marathon.
At home.
Doing it out of town just sounds like it is not part of my ministry. Like running a race, oh, wait, you always get little jitters, even if it's a 5K, it's just little jitters. And I'm like, I can't imagine having race jitters. It's my first marathon. I have to travel. I'm not sleeping in my bed. I don't know where I'm going. Where's the start line? Where's my husband? Where are my kids? Like, I do not want that. So I feel like my soul and my heart is telling me my first marathon needs to be here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's in April. So
Uh,
I won't know what's going on with my knee really until December, and I feel like I would need to start training in December for an April
yeah.
race. So,
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe I'll just do the half, but then I was thinking the Indianapolis Monumental Marathon is a nice big one that's
that's nice.
close to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I was like, maybe I should just throw in my luck at the Chicago Marathon, but I'm like, don't do that. You don't even know. I don't know.
You should do it.
Well, it's too late now.
Oh, okay.
The lottery closed.
But
So now
you know the way they're
I
giving out bibs.
I know, but to the same people over and over again. So I'm like, well, yeah. And then, it's like you could fundraise, but I got enough going on to be
Yeah,
asking people for money.
yeah.
So I don't know.
We'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll see.
It's such a time
Yeah,
commitment.
it is. It
Have you
is.
done a full?
I did. I did Chicago
Okay.
2022. That was my first. Now, being from Chicago, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm
You
there.
have to.
I
Yeah.
was like, I gotta go.
Did
And
you
I
do the
was
lottery
I
or fundraising?
did, and it
And
was
you got it.
wild. All of us, all of my running boos, we were like, we all got
Huh?
in? It must be a
What?
sign, yeah. But it was well, no, it wasn't before COVID, it was right after COVID, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah, maybe yeah, that is
It was
wild.
wild. So about maybe 8 or 9 of us got in.
So how do you feel? Would you like, I will never do that again? Is that how you feel?
I did London in April.
Oh my
So
gosh.
now people are like, "You gotta get your 6
You
stars." And I'm
gotta get the
I
stars.
don't have to. Like, I'm not the type of person I'm like, "Oh, we gotta run 50 states and 50"
Right.
whatever floats my boat. If I feel like I wanna do another world, I do. I wanna do New York after I saw
Oh, that would be
everybody's
great. Yeah.
stuff.
That looks fun.
I did the half. I did half in New York, and that was incredible, and I was like, "Yeah, I think I could do New York." Boston, I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
I've heard from people that are slower runners, you're like, it wasn't all the,"
Okay.
it's Boston for people who are like,
Right.
qualified, but it was just, I would definitely do Berlin. I like going out of the country, traveling.
But what about like the jet lag and stuff? Don't you think
It's
that
real.
kind of messes with you with
It
the
does,
running?
but I go super early. Like, so for
Okay.
London, I was like, everybody's going. All right. Everybody's
Right.
cheering on the mother. So
Right.
my entire family, with the exception of one of my sons, they went. The food was horrible.
Oh no.
London food is bland, so we ate food trucks because I was like, and I had my coach was like, "You gotta eat 600 calorie." Like, I was like, "How? I don't even eat that."
How? Right.
So I was just like eating ice cream and just all kinds of stuff. But I didn't deal with the jet lag so much because I had gotten there earlier. What I did miss was my friends. Like, we normally do
Okay.
races together. And I
Yeah.
was like,
So it was just you
it was just
on that
me
one.
on that
Okay.
one.
Okay.
And, every major seems to be getting so big and so
Yeah.
crazy, and it for
Yeah.
us, it was narrow streets in London, 55,000 runners. It
Oof.
was insane. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Are you guys gonna be like, 'Alright, we can't take any more?'"
Right.
Because it was literally places where we're like, "Oh, let's stop because we're necking right here."
Right. Right.
And, I enjoyed the experience, but I see where some people say, it's still kind of an elite type of thing,
Right.
with the lotteries and people getting bibs. It's like, "Well, can't we
Yes.
just run? I just wanna go
Right.
to Illinois and go to Winnebago and just go
Right,
run."
and just go run,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, I've seen a lot of people complaining about the influencers and how they are just giving away these bibs to all these influencers, and then, like, a lot of the drama I've seen lately on Instagram is people being upset that they allowed influencers to go before the
Sorry.
elites. Yeah,
Somebody
and I
said,
was
though, that
like,
they've
I
been
can
doing that for a long time, though. I didn't know.
right. Yeah,
But it's all capitalism.
yeah, yeah.
It's marketing, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I can see both sides. I can see
yes.
people who are like, this sport is now become
Yep,
this thing where you're just like Instagrammable. And
yep,
then I also see the other side is that these influencers are inspiring people to get into the
yes,
sport.
for
So
sure.
I can see both
I
sides of it,
agree.
you know?
I agree.
Like I see both sides. I mean, the influencer people, like the big ones, they do. They are motivating. They got their cute little matching outfits, and you're just like, I need to get out there.
Yeah, and there's so many people that have started. I know friends who started their Instagram life, and they have grown
Yeah.
massive audiences, and you as well. You've seen people like, "Oh, girl, I just started because of you," you know?
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
it's a really good thing, but I think when it becomes it's hard for you to get like the lottery, some of these now are saying it's easier to get in Yale.
Yeah. Right.
So it's like, yeah, I guess I'm not running a major.
Right. Right.
Oh, partnerships that you're like, "Oh, I never knew this would happen," that you can talk about. Anything that
So I have no partnerships, secret or otherwise. The wildest thing that has happened to me, and I've only had this page since July, and I think I'm about to hit 20,000
that's
followers
great.
probably by the end of the weekend, which is blowing my mind. But the wildest thing that happened to me, and I don't know if you saw it, that ASICS sent me 4 pairs of free shoes. Whole crazy story about it. I get this email from ASICS and they're offering me the deal of the century, the brand deal of the century. And I am like new at this. I am
Yeah.
pumped. And Laura Green, if you know who she is on Instagram, she's a big running influencer. She actually had reached out to me probably a couple months ago and was like, "Hey, I started following you. Your page is so funny. You're blowing up." She was like, "When I started, influencers always gatekeeped. They wouldn't teach me anything or tell me anything." And she's like, "I don't want to be that person. Do you want to hop on a Zoom call maybe?"
Hmm,
And we talk. So I hopped on this Zoom call with her. She gave me like very valuable information.
wow.
So when this ASICS deal comes through, first person I do is email Laura. And I'm like, "Laura, I just got this email. What do I do? I don't know what to do. Help me, help me." And she's like, I have brands. I do brand deals with ASICS. I don't know who this girl is,
Mhm.
so it sounds like it might be a scam. So I go through this whole thing. I'm like Googling, image reverse searching
Oh,
pictures,
wow.
trying to figure out like who is this person and why turns out it was a scam. So then I start complaining on Instagram like ASICS sent me, this brand deal. It was a scam. I had to get Laura involved. And then the actual ASICS sends me an email and they're like, "Hey, this is the actual ASICS. We saw your complaint on Instagram.
Oh,
Let us make up for it. We're going to send you a couple pair of shoes. What's your shoe size? What's your address?" So I give them my address. They literally 24-hour next day sent me 4 pairs of shoes,
dang.
socks, hats, bags. I mean, they probably sent me about close to $1,000 worth of shoes.
Wow.
So all of their newest, their Mega Blast, Sonic Blast, their Nova, all these shoes. And that was the biggest thing. Like it's not a brand deal,
Yeah, yeah.
but that was the craziest thing that's
It's
happened so far
coming
with a well-known company.
because if
Yeah.
ASICS is sending you shoes and you're like, "ASICS sent me shoes," they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
hold on."
Yeah. That's what I said in the end of my that reel. I was like, who do we know at Peloton that can send me a scammer email? Cause I need that treadmill. I need that treadmill and I don't want to pay $6,000 for it.
Yeah.
That thing will be on a firm until 2032.
I want one too, and I refuse.
I
I bought a bike,
can't.
but I refuse to
Yeah, I mean, even the bike, like I had heart palpitations just
yeah,
clicking by on the bike because I was like, this is my most expensive like exercise
yeah,
equipment.
yeah.
It was a lot. And that treadmill it looks so good.
It is
I want it
pretty.
so bad.
It's
Yeah.
pretty.
But other than the ASICs, I have no, I'm just patiently waiting,
Uh,
just to see.
well, I have a small sock company. I'm a small
Okay.
business owner, and I'm gonna send you some of my socks because Black
Love it.
woman own business. I'm out here solopreneuring in these streets. And
Yes,
I
and I
just
know how it is. I had a boutique all those years.
it is I'd be like, "Babe, can you not ask me to do anything today? You have no idea."
Right, you have no idea what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Literally trying to work out, be healthy, look good,
Raise
figure out what to
people.
do in my hair. Right, got these
Mhm.
kids, gotta go to work,
All
trying to get brand deals, trying to grow my
trying to
business.
help us.
Right,
All that I do is for us.
it's for us,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
They don't get it, they
I
don't
don't
get it.
get it. But no,
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna send you some 13.1.
That would
Uh,
be amazing.
yeah, it's
I
like
love it. Like, the companies that reach out to me, there's a lot of companies that reach out to me,
yeah.
but the ones that I will always be like, "Please send me the stuff. Don't worry about any compensation." It's
Uh-huh.
always the small. Like, I
Yeah,
always go to their Instagram page and see, oh, they've got like 1,000 followers or a
yeah,
couple hundred or maybe
yeah.
2,000. Yeah, send it to me so I could talk about it
Yeah.
and boost you up.
I appreciate
Yes.
you. I
Yes.
authentically, absolutely love everything that you're doing. I love that you look like you're 25, but she's post 40. Come on, Black Don't Crack. I love that you are real. And there's so many people that are just like, "Hi, I just finished
Yeah.
my run." Like, you're real. You're like, "No, I didn't want to run today."
They wanna run today.
Like you
They
said,
wanna do it.
you literally said, "I would rather be lying on a heap of ant."
Yes. Fire ants. Then do this stupid run today. You know, and I am very much, if you don't want, if I want to do something, I'm not doing it. Especially now that I'm in my
Yeah,
40s, I spent a lot of my 20s and my 30s doing things that I did not want to do. And once I hit my 40s, I said, I'm done doing that. And that goes for running too. If I wake up and like, I don't want to do this little funky run,
yeah,
I ain't doing it.
yeah,
Not doing it.
yeah, yeah. We do the last thing at the end of the show. It's this or that. Would you rather run an ultra
Ooh.
or would you rather run a 5K fast?
Oh, that is a tough one. Like, what it define fast?
Like you trying to beat the
Ooh,
ladies. Yeah. Trying to place.
I think I would rather run a 5K fast.
Oh.
Get it over with. Get it over with.
Mm.
People be doing ultra marathons for like a day.
But you know why ultras are so I haven't done an ultra. I wanna do
Okay.
it because I can eat a potato and a sweet potato and a mac and cheese. Like real food, no more
They do be
gel,
eating real food. They be
real
sitting
food.
down like, I had a peanut butter and jelly
And
sandwich
then you're,
and
like, out here with your sticks and you're like,
yeah.
uh,
And you're not really running the whole
no,
time
you
because sometimes the terrain doesn't even allow you.
exactly.
Hmm.
That's why I
That's
would choose
something to
an
think
ultra.
about.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh.
Biker shorts or
Hmm.
leggings?
Leggings,
Mm.
leggings. I literally, this summer was the first summer in my life, well, not in my life, for the most part of my life, wore shorts running.
They were cute.
They're cute. They cute, but ooh, it's hard, but it's too hot.
Oh.
There's just, I can't wear leggings in the summer anymore. It's just too
Mm.
hot.
Yeah, I don't do leggings at all, even in the winter.
Really?
In the win
But you're in Georgia.
but even
I'm in Illinois.
I ran in Winnebago and it was snow. I had my hat, I had my long
Yeah.
sleeves, and I had on my biker shorts.
What?
My legs are good. My arms gotta stay nice and warm. Yeah, I can't it makes
Ooh,
me feel like, like, right? Yeah, my
yeah.
thighs, I don't
That is wild. Wild. I think my shorts cutoff is probably about 50 degrees. And after
mhm.
that, I'm like, you know what? Lower than 50, I got to have on. I should try it though and see
You
if
should.
it might feel freeing.
It might, yeah. Mhm. What's your post-run snack or food?
Post run snack. Hmm. You know what? I find that after I run a long distance, I'm not hungry. It doesn't hit me until hours later. So when I get home, I have zero appetite.
What?
Yeah,
That's weird.
it's really weird.
It
Yeah.
is very weird because
Even if
I'm
I just do like 3 miles, I come home, so I usually run in the morning before work, so it's really early. It's like
yeah.
4:35 when I get out there, and when I get home, I'm just like, cup of coffee,
Okay, maybe
and
that's
I
why. Maybe that's why, because it's super early,
mhm,
and then you satisfy it with coffee.
yeah, and then by the time I get to work, I'm like, "Well, I could eat."
Okay,
So, yeah,
okay.
but, once the hunger hits, definitely Mexican food,
Enchiladas?
Mexican food. D steak tacos.
Oh, okay.
Steak tacos for sure. Steak tacos, oh my goodness, I could just go at it. Get me a big old platter of steak tacos after a long run. Oh, and some chips and salsa.
Mm,
Mm,
queso?
yeah. Queso, yep, even though I'm lactose intolerant and Imma pay for it later. Yep,
Yeah. Okay.
yep.
Okay.
Be up in the bed hot boxing my husband with that lactose. He's like, "Why don't you just take lactate pills?"
We don't do that.
Why would I when
Right.
I can annoy you all night?
Where can the people find you? Where can we follow you for
Oh,
more
just
content?
Instagram. Do not go to my TikTok. Imma actually try and get rid of that. Don't go to my TikTok. Go to my Instagram at In My Running Erica on Instagram. Yes.
Thank you so
Yes.
much for being here.
This was great.
This
I
was so good.
loved every part of this. Like I said, my first podcast ever in my life. This is great. Now I'm gonna hold any podcast. Like I said, people have reached out to me and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. And it's like sometime in January and one in December. And now it's all gonna be held to this level. Are
Please,
you going to give me the introduction?
red carpet.
Is it gonna be this fun? Is it gonna feel like I already have known you for years? The conversation literally just flowed like lava.